Okay, so when we left off, I just finally got to the page I needed to get to for the hotel. So I'm taking a peek at some of the different rooms and I'm making sure to really focus on the pricing of these rooms. So this is how much it costs per night. Now, since my destination is in Rome, Italy, they have euros instead of dollars. So I need to actually do an extra step here to figure out how much 147 euros would be converted into when we're talking US dollars. So I already did that while the video shifted. So the total calculation comes out to about $164.12. So keeping that in mind, I need to double this number in order to figure out how much my room's going to cost. So let me go ahead and copy that. And I'm simply going to go ahead and paste and literally just do times 2. Which gives me $328.24. So I'm going to copy that, and that's going to be the total price. Oops, I lost it. 200. Oh no, it was 328. 328, and my cents was 24. Okay, so that's how much it costs for my two night stay for 1-bedroom hotel. So let's go ahead, I'm going to do specifics now. So I need to find out the name of my hotel. So if I go back to that site and go higher, it was the Courtyard Rome Central Park. So that's what I'm going to write. Courtyard Rome Central Park. That's the hotel I'm staying at. That's why I'm putting that for my specifics. I have my cost in here already, and the amount left, I've already done that, but it's going to be this number minus this number. Okay? So in my case, that's the $8,173 minus $328, and that comes out to $7,844 is what I have left. Okay? So keeping that in mind, I need to go ahead and get my URL. So I'm going to go ahead and copy, and I'm going to go ahead and paste. Okay, so there we have it. Next, we need to find some fun activities to do. So let's take a look at the directions and refer back to that page. So it says here, you don't want your client to be bored. Find 2 fun things to do in that city. You may try typing things like things to do in, for my example, it would be Rome, Italy. Go to these sites and rate the cost of the activities. It may be the cost of tickets, it could be the cost per hour, but you want to pay close attention to the price of the activity. So what I want you to do at this time is go ahead and open up a new tab. I'm just going to go to one that I had open already, and I'm going to simply Google things to do in Rome, because that's the city that I'm in. So that's what you want to do. You want to Google the city that you're in. So here I have a couple different things that we can look at. So automatically it shows points of interest, one of which is the wonder that I'm doing. I know you guys have learned about the Colosseum when we talked about it, and then I'm sure you've probably talked about the Pantheon when you were learning about ancient Rome. So these are all very wonderful things that I can check out. I think I'm going to go ahead and check out the Colosseum first and see there's a website here. I'm going to see if there's a cost to visit it, because sometimes there are tickets and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and check out the site. Lucky me, it looks like it's all in Italian, so let me just make sure that it's in English, that way I can understand it. You may have to do the same thing depending on what your wonder is. But I want to see if there's any kind of areas where I can check out. So I see museums, so that's the first thing that I want to click on. So I have Palazzo Missimo, the Palace. Let's go to, I guess we'll check out Palazzo. Let's see if I can find it. So here's opening times, tickets, and services. So this is an art museum. It looks like checking out some of the different sculptures and mosaics. So that's something that seems kind of cool. So let's figure out how much that's going to cost. So tickets. It says a single ticket is valid for 3 days at 4 sites. So I can go to 4 different museums with it. So it says the full price is €7, I take it, reduced $3.50 for European Union citizens age 18, due to 2 exhibitions, Henry Moore at Bath and La Forza del Rovine at Palazzo, in the period commencing on 24 September until 31 January 2016. Uh-oh, is that going to fall within my time frame? The entire ticket is, no, it's not. Good. Okay, so basically this is my price. So I need to figure out how much this exactly is for US dollars. And I copy that. And I see times. So once again, I'm going to have to refer back to good old Google. And we'll paste this number in and figure out kind of what we're working with. Okay, so it's about $7.82. Actually, that's very cheap. So I'm all for doing that. So I'm going to go back over here. Activity 1, I'm going to be visiting the National Roman Museum. So I'm just going to copy this title. This is the museum I'm going to check out. Put that right in my chart. Oh, I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need it anymore. Oof, let me change that. Make it much smaller. That's more like it. And I'm actually going to change my line spacing. There we go. Alright, that's much better. So this is where I'm going to check out first for activity 1. It's super cheap, which is awesome. I think it was, what, $7.82? Really cheap. So $7.82 per ticket. Okay, so that's one thing I'm going to do. Now I'm going to subtract this number from that number. Really, not much. So that minus 782 equals 78.36. So that's a great deal. 78.36, 98. Okay, now I just need to grab that URL, kind of verifying that this is indeed how much it cost. And then I have the right info down here. And change that back to a size 6. And we'll move on to the next one. So now I need to find one more kind of cool activity or fun activity to do. So I'm going to head on back. And let's see, the Trevi Fountain I kind of already have. Spanish Steps, Pizza Nirvana, world's largest Basilica of Christianity, a chapel, art treasures. Let's see. I want to do something that's kind of cool. Let's try Roman Arc. I wonder if there's a tour or something cool we could do. I think maybe I'll go on back to one of those older ones because I don't want to get too far away from my place. I guess I'll go for this museum. That sounds kind of neat. Roman antiquities. Okay. So let's see how much it would cost. Alright, good. This one's in English, so I don't have to do anything else there. I need to find prices. So I need to probably take a look at the things at the top here or towards the bottom so that I can really make sure I get what I need. So exhibitions and events is probably what I'm going to want. Maybe events. Currently nothing. Do we have anything planned? No. Okay, so maybe exhibitions in this case. Now this could be a little tricky because if you can't find a price, oh here we go, museum price. That's what we're gonna do. If you can't find a price, I would suggest trying to find another activity, and that's where it can be kind of hairy and kind of tricky. So it looks like for this one I can buy online. I just have to decide on which event I want to go to. So it says, in the event of an exhibition not being mentioned at the time of your purchase, an integration fee, so that doesn't really seem to apply. Let's buy online for, I guess, the first one. Okay, so how much would my ticket be? Let's see if I click buy, if it'll tell me. Okay, maybe not. Oh, it says that cannot be bought online at the moment. Okay, so let me go back and see if I can buy another one online. So you may have a little bit of trial and error here, and that's really okay. Just as long as you can find something kind of by the end that you can set an actual price on it. Here we go, normal tickets, reduced tickets. So a normal ticket looks like it's going to cost $11.50. Copy. Want to go through and convert that into US dollars. So that's $12.85. Once again, a pretty cheap activity. So activity 2 is another museum. The cost was $12.85. And then I gotta subtract that number from this number. So that's minus $12. Oh crap. $12.85. So 7824.13 is what I'm working with. And I just need that URL that I caught the price on. So I'm going to copy it and paste it right into my chart, and then I'll format that so it fits nicely. Okay. Now I need the specifics for the activity, so that's going to be this museum. So let me see if I can copy it some way. Okay. There we go. Format this nicely. Okay, so I have 2 activities down. Now what we need to do is take a look at food for the day. And this can be kind of tricky as well when we're doing it. So the first thing you want to do is let's look at our directions. We're now on slide 3. So it says once you've booked your activities, you need to recommend some restaurants for your new client. Lucky for you, his hotel offers free breakfast. Find places to eat lunch and dinner for 3 days that your client's going to be there. Try typing places to eat in, so mine's going to be in Rome again. Go to at least 5 different restaurant websites, look at their menus, pick his meals, and find the cost. Don't forget to include the cost of drinks, appetizers, entrees, and dessert. Nothing is free except for water. So I'm going to do just one of these with you, just so you have a feel for it, and then I think you would be fully capable of kind of continuing on and following through the process. So let me go ahead and click back, and we're going to type in restaurants in Rome, Italy, since that's my location. So you want to type your location, and here's a couple different ones. So there's more places that I can visit. Babette, Ristorante. I think I'm going to just try Babette. That was the first one. It looks like it's rated pretty well. So I want to go to the website, and I want to take a look at their menu. That's what I'm really in for. What is this? Chetto. Okay, so it looks like it's Italian. Let's go for English. Thank goodness they have this option for us. I'm going to be running out of time on this video before we go through it, I think. But I can see here that I have my menu choices. I'm going to look at lunch first, because that's the first one I'm going to focus on. Okay, now I really want to look for meals. So it looks like they just have a little bit of information here. I'm going to go to the small menu, and now we're in business. So Our video is going to be ending here, so you want to continue on to the third video for this, and we'll talk about how to do the menu then.